Hello, this is Sergio with Metal Master Kingdom. I'm sitting here with Zach from Whitechapel, and you guys are currently on tour with GWAR, and it's a really exciting time. What's going on, man?
Same old, you know, get ready for another show, and get ready to watch the alien species known as GWAR tear up the stage again tonight, as always.
Great. We'll go back to GWAR in a little bit here, but just kind of give a little background to our readers. Kind of, you guys are from Tennessee. Can you tell us a little bit more about, you know, about your roots? You started, I believe, back in 2006, and you've had quite a bit of success. Just, I guess, take us back a little bit how you arrived at that success, and what were some of the turning points for Whitechapel?
Well, when the band first started, you know, all of us had played in local bands together, and we'd all kind of known each other anyway. So once we got, you know, once we started Whitechapel and started doing that, you know, we all had different influences. You know, a lot of us liked to write, and we kind of knew how each of us worked because we were all in the same band together before that. And, you know, we started putting out demos, grew from there. We got our first label offer was from a label out of the UK called Legion of Meta, and we did a one record contract with them. And really the big turning point was when Metal Blade picked us up, and we went from there. And ever since then, you know, that's Metal Blade's taken good care of us and just worked with us. And we just, you know, we're kind of a DIY band. We don't like everybody having their hands in everything we do, so we kind of just keep it to ourselves and do everything ourselves. So I mean, that's just kind of how we got to where we are now.
Got it. Now, I mean, over the years, you've it looks like you've pretty much had a good, solid lineup. Only a couple different lineup changes. Most recent being your drummer, and just kind of tell me a little bit what's led to that band unity. I mean, you guys grew up together. You played in the same bands.
Well, the original drummer Kevin, you know, he's a fantastic drummer. He just kind of, you know, he had some injury problems, and then you know, he hurt his ankle at one point, and, you know, metal drumming is very demanding, and he just kind of lost the drive for metal. He has other tastes in music, and, you know, I don't blame the guy at all. We're still good friends with him. Yeah, we all knew Kevin from when we were younger, because he lived about 2 hours away, but he played another band we knew. That's how he found him to begin with. And then once he left, you know, we had a fill-in drummer here and there, and then we found Ben Hoppleroad. We found him via the internet. He heard word that we were looking for a drummer and sent us videos, and, you know, we'd watched a ton of videos of people playing our stuff, and none of it really hit the spot until we watched him, and it was just, you know, well, that's the guy. He just had what we were looking for. He just had the style and the groove behind it, so you know, that's kind of how we ended up meeting him.
Nice. Now, listening to your albums or whatnot, probably the thing that sticks out to me the most is your vocal stylings. I kind of, Phil has like a certain, he just kind of moves back and forth between it, and also his lyrical inspiration. Where does he really draw a lot of that from? For inspiration, what was it? I'm sorry. Lyrical inspiration.
Well, Phil, you know, it's to the point now where it's so hard to write about something original and, you know, something that's not just, you know, full of hate. And, you know, it's not that we don't like being, you know, brutal or anything like that. It's just fucking, you know, we're just over all the, you know, bourgeois bullshit. So, I mean, I think with Phil, it just kind of, you know, nowadays he just kind of writes what, you know, what is accumulating in his mind over the past year that really just aggravates the shit out of him when it comes to the world. So, I mean, I don't know. That's a vague understanding of it, but, you know, I think there's not really a drawing line or anything like that for what we will and won't write about it. We just don't want to do the typical bullshit, so.
Got it. All right. Well, I mean, also I've noticed you have a very distinct sound and style. When writing your songs, structuring things like that, how do you keep consistency between albums? You know, to keep the same Whitechapel style and keep it solid, so you're not really shifting something where fans would be disappointed.
Well, I mean, every album, everybody always wants, one album or the new album to sound like the older one or something. The thing is, man, no album we do is ever going to sound the same, but it's still going to sound like Whitechapel, but it's never going to be the same. It's just stupid to do that. We want to keep it in the vein of Whitechapel, but, and I think as far as structuring, and, we're gonna go outside the box as much as possible, but, like you said, we're not going to try to do it where you disappoint fans. We just want to do it a little differently and, still have hooks in there and have people be interested when they walk away from the song, wanting to remember parts of it, not listen to the whole song and go, well, none of that really stood out to me. So, I think, with all this thing around, like writing and all this putting your heads in it, just, it gives a lot of different ideas and different points of view as opposed to one person sitting down and writing, and that's where you get monotony sometimes. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna always be different, but it's still gonna be in the vein of Whitechapel. We're never gonna go that far outside the box, so we're always gonna try to get as close as possible.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Well, I understand. Actually, you're working on new material for the new album. Can you tell us a little bit of what we can expect from it? Do you have a working title yet? What can we find out about some breaking news from Whitechapel?
Well, the album due out, I think, in spring is what we're going to shoot for, like early spring. And no title yet. We won't release that till later on. But, I mean, we got drums done and all the rhythm guitars done before we left out for the tour. So when we get done, we're going back and we're going to finish it up. And I think as far as material goes, it's kind of a variety of her songwriting, because we all three of us had like write together, and then we some of us have more writing in one song than others, and it's going to be a hodgepodge of Whitechapel. Like it's going to be a lot like self-titled, and there's a lot of elements systematic in it too. So I mean, it's going to have a variety to it, and I think it'll have a little more variety than self-titled did. But it's going to be similar to self-titled, but I think it's going to have a little bit of old feel to it too, or some songs. But
got it. Nice. All right. Well, even over the years, I mean, last couple albums, you shared quite a bit of success, even charting on the Billboard 200 charts. How has that opened you up to new audiences, and where do you see the future of not only Whitechapel but metal music going now that you have bands like Whitechapel hitting the Billboard 200 charts?
Truly, well, that's kind of a slippery slope there, because it's really cool to get up on the charts and like have people see that, but it's weird because you have people that like the more kind of glam metal that will that are really into it, that they'll like us, they'll admit that they like Whitechapel, but they won't brag about it. Then you have the really metalhead elitist guys that like, yeah, I like them, but I'm not going to brag about it. So we're kind of right in the middle of the road there, with those kinds of fans. But the fact that they actually like it, it's kind of all that matters, I guess. And the image that gets stuck with Whitechapel automatically is just seedy, stupid band. Half the people that have never been able to listen will just automatically put that mindset with our music, and kind of a pain in the ass, but in a way it's just it's getting your name out there even more. So I mean, I think it's people talking about it, and I guess that's a good thing. And whether or not it's good or bad, well, that's just the music business, man. So
yeah,
I think it pays off. So
yeah, I got you. And there's no such thing as bad publicity, and it's a double-edged sword. So.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So with all that success, why don't you share with us your biggest rock star moment, and don't be scared to be very open about it.
Honestly, man, we're such like chill dudes. Like we don't party like crazy. We don't do a lot of insane stuff. But I mean, let's see here. There is one time that Gabe did get drunk at Download Fest, and he we were in our dressing room, and Slash walked up, and we were talking to these girls. He put his arms around the girls and was like, "Hey, dudes, what's up?" And then he said something to the girls here, and they all walked off. So, it's kind of kind of surreal moment. Just like, well, that was Slash, and he just said, "What's up?" So that's pretty awesome. So.
Like, there, now I've met my idol. That's great. Awesome. All right. Well, why don't you tell us something about Whitechapel that we don't know, other than the fact that you guys don't party much?
Well, I mean, we're like, there's certain butts you'll walk up onto and it'll be crazy, people partying. You walk along our butts, it's usually pretty quiet. And I don't know, as far as we go, man, we're a bunch of country boys. We're from Tennessee. Half the time, if you come to, if we're dinner downtime, we're not out partying or anything like that. We're usually on the lake fishing or, up in a cabin or, at a shooting range or something like that. So, it's just, that's what we like to do. We're pretty down home when it comes to that kind of stuff. So we're pretty meat and potatoes, man.
Yeah,
Nothing too spectacular.
It sounds like you're a real Southern band, man. Going out to the gun range and shooting, going fishing. That sounds like fun to me.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So we talked about it a little bit. You are currently on tour with GWAR. I think you're the second show in right now, right?
No, it's actually started the 2nd of October, so we're a little ways in now.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's only a few weeks in.
No problem. Then I'm mistaken. So what can we expect seeing Whitechapel on tour with GWAR? You have any stage antics, or are you just playing to mellow our faces off?
Well, GWAR pretty much has control of the stage, obviously because of their headliner, and there's a lot of shit that goes into their shows. So we had to kind of, we had to keep it pretty meager. We try to make the best show we can with what little we can have on stage. So it looks good, and we gotta the basics, throws and stuff like that with our all the music and everything. But other than that, man, we just kind of get out there and get everybody warmed up for GWAR. So.
No, awesome. Actually, I'm going to catch you guys probably in about 2 or 3 weeks here, and I've seen live footage but never seen you live, so I'm really looking forward to catching it. So being that you've toured extensively, you've been a part of huge festivals, what were some of your favorite shows or tours, like some of your favorite bands, things like that, personally?
Personally, yeah. I mean, we did, a while back, we did Soundwave, and, we did a few off shows in Meshuggah, and that was pretty mind-blowing because that band is probably one of the heaviest bands ever. And then
Agreed.
We did some festivals in Europe recently, and there's a lot of good bands on those. Pure Patriot's on a bunch of them, Gojira. I mean, it was just some of the festival that stacked lineups. So it was really cool getting to see some of the bands play. So Gojira is one of my personal favorite bands anyways nowadays, and live, they're just absolutely astonishing. They're crushing. So it's pretty cool. And as far as like doing shows, like I like the festival runs, and not to mention touring with GWAR. You grow up, it's a household name. If you watch videos about it as a kid, you knew who GWAR was. So
yeah,
it's pretty surreal.
Cool. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. So where does Whitechapel go from here? What plans do you have in the works? I know you started recording. You didn't quite get most of it done, but anything you'd like to announce for us? Any news coming up?
Honestly, man, that's really realistically it's really it. When we're done with this tour, we're home for the holidays, and I think we're gonna finish up the album, obviously, and then we're home for a majority of the time. And obviously, it's already been announced we're gonna do Soundwave in February, so. That's really all we have lined up for us right now.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. I think you said it was going to be coming out in the spring, and you're currently on Metal Blade, so that I'm definitely looking forward to that. Do you have any final thoughts for our audience or your fans, anybody out in the world?
Well, just as always, thanks for a lot of the fans are very biased, but I mean, thanks for the ones that stick by us and grow with us. Thanks for them sticking by us, and I hope they like the new album. I hope they like what they hear, and hopefully we'll catch them on the road, and hopefully we'll still be picking up a lot of new fans too. So hope to see everyone out there.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, hey, from us to you, Metal Master Kingdom to Whitechapel, thank you very much for the interview. Appreciate your time. Definitely looking forward to the new album. Definitely looking forward to seeing you live. And we'll catch you on the road, man. Thank you very much.